now when we have decided on a design for the doghouse, it is time to start building it.
Yes, and what we're going to do is that we're going to build a mold that we're going to then laminate the doghouse in. The exact process we haven't really decided. We're going to go on full hand lamination or any type of vacuum lamination, but anyhow, we will start off with the mold. And we'll start off with the mold for the actual roof part. A curved surface basically that we're going to laminate against, and to do that we will use these strips of plywood that we're going to cut the radius of the roof in. That will be the first step. Luckily we have bought some of this material, but a lot of it we actually found that was going to be thrown away anyway, which feels really good.
The radius for this is, what was it, 9 meters?
I think so. I think we should check the CAD. We'll use the CAD a lot during this build, I think, because it's way easier to find all the measurements. So let's start check the CAD.
So this method didn't work well at all. It was too much flex in the line.
Go with this.
What my eyes can see, it looks good. But eyes can be wrong. So next step after this is we're gonna cut this radius. First piece is done. So now we're just gonna make 5 more. We are not getting further with the roof mold today, as we don't have the right tool to sand down the unevenness that we got here.
We should probably still use a router to make all the pieces with a copper router, but
we forgot that one as well.
Yeah, and then we just wanted to still get going, but I think it would have been easier just to wait instead. Anyhow, now we're going to start with the part of the beam that is protruding on top, above the roof.
Not easy getting all the angles and everything correct here. And then we even have a lot of help from the CAD. I think it would be impossible without it.
Way more difficult than this.
So here we have our beam. What is the next step?
To cut this one out. And then we're gonna sand the pieces a bit, flip them a bit more even, and then we're gonna put them all together and put on the plywood sheets that will be the actual surface that we're gonna laminate against. Okay, so the first pieces are starting to take place, and this is the... I'm not sure if it's that easy to understand yet, but this is the curvature where the beam will protrude from the roof, roughly 70 millimeters. This is the first section out of 6 that will create the shape of the roof.
So one part of the surface almost in place. Plan for this weekend is to take the mast off. We hope, if everything goes as planned. We have to go to another marina that is roughly, what was it, 15, 20 nautical miles?
Something like that. First it's going to be a trip, motor trip, and then we will prepare some stuff, and then hopefully tomorrow morning we'll start to lift the mast off.
So today didn't really go as planned. We were meant to depart to go to another marina to take the mast off, but we started the engine and then noticed that the raw water pump was leaking, even though tried to fix it a while back. I also said that the engine has been working really well. We haven't had any problems with it, and yeah, we got to eat that up, I guess.
What has happened is that we don't fully know really, but most likely I managed to. We haven't taken the raw water pump apart yet, but it looks. I mean, the bearings are completely. We're missing balls in the bearings, and the shaft is completely loose. And I'm not sure if I managed to damage the bearings in some way when I mounted it. I don't know. I guess that's most likely scenario. The raw water pump shaft is driven by this same shaft as the diesel pump, and it's like a connector there, a plastic connector. That one was completely worn down because the shaft bearings. I mean, the shaft was wobbling around all over the place, kind of. And now we're not sure really if we have gotten any pieces of whatever's gotten loose there from that connector, and potentially also from the bearings into the engine. And into the oil. And as the shaft was completely loose, obviously it was leaking water out, but I think it was also leaking a bit of water. There was a bit some drips of water on the engine side of the raw water pump as well.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks a lot. We want to be building a doghouse now, not work with the engine.
Soon it's winter, and we also need to move to our winter spot, which we cannot really do right now. So yeah, it's a bit bad situation. Let's see how we solve it.
Today is a new day, and we're back at the boat and gonna continue looking at the engine. We have brought some correct tools, and hope we don't find any major issues.
Feels unfortunately very much like that potentially the injection pump shaft or something in the mechanism here is damaged, because you can move the whole assembly here a bit more than I think you should be able to move it, which is really not good. So now we don't really know exactly what to do. I mean, we obviously need to sort out that if anything is damaged there or not, which most likely means taking off the injection pump, which then in turn means that we need to do a recalibration of that later on. Feels like we have created quite a big problem here. The fact that it feels like that we have induced the problem as well feels really shitty, to be honest. Yeah. Even though I still don't really understand how they. I mean, even though the bearings if they got damaged in some way, but they have just. I mean, yeah, I really don't understand how it happened, to be honest.
So here we have the injection pump removed.
the play we felt before when the pump was mounted was here, and there is obviously play here, but it doesn't feel to be. It doesn't feel to be the shaft itself. The shaft seems to be. Oh wait. It's very hard to tell.
So now we just arrived to the boat again, and now we're gonna see if we can get this engine back up running.
Yes, and what we need to do is to adjust the diesel pump to get the correct injection timing. And to do that we bought, not sure if we really need it, but we bought this kit, which is basically what you actually need is this adapter that you will attach to the back of the injection pump, and then you can measure the lift or whatever, plunge lift at the top dead center of the first cylinder, and then you adjust that to the value that it should be. We should have a lift of, our engine, we should have a lift of 1.85 millimeters.
So right now we measured 1.71, right?
Yeah.
So we have to adjust. So we get the 1.
It's always super tricky which direction you should go, but we will try. Oh, there it actually went down a bit.
Little less.
Yeah, but that's. We'll probably move a bit when we. I mean, it's not physically that big adjustment. Okay, so now we have turned the engine anti-clockwise around 40 degrees, or until the plunge stops. Then we adjust the indicator to 0, and then we're gonna go clockwise again, so in the rotation of the engine until we hit top dead center, and then we're gonna read the plunge lift. Okay, let's go.
Clockwise?
Clockwise.
Now we think we are really correct here, or we hope at least.
We think we are really correct.
Yeah.
Looks like that at least.
So time to put on the raw water pump again. This time.
Hopefully it won't fit.
Yeah. This time it's done everything by the book, right?
I thought I did everything by the book last time as well, but apparently not.
Now we're bleeding the fuel system. Today we're gonna make a new attempt of going to the crane where we could unstep the mast. The engine is up and running again, or so we hope. We have put everything together and test run it, changed oil, so hope everything works today. Anything to add?
No, it's very early as well.
Yeah, it is not many hours of daylight this time of year, so we want to take advantage of that. So let's get going. The mast is off, and yeah, the sun is about to set, so it's gonna be a dark motoring home.
Yes.
But
still we managed to do everything in one day, so that's great.
It's really, really nice, and no accidents either.
No, the lift itself was actually kind of easier than expected, but moving it to its position where we're gonna store it, that was very heavy and tricky. That was the toughest part.
Now the boat looks super naked. Now we're gonna make a winter cover on the boat with some tarps and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll probably work on the mast and the rigging stuff later when it's nicer temperatures.